Hey, cat, it's me, Nick A30. Okay, what a perfect start.
Anyways, welcome back to the Up Close podcast, everybody. Stop. You're already exposing all your stuff, and it's only been not even 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, anyway. How you doing, Mystic? How's your
I'm
week?
doing horrible. Thanks for asking. Anyways,
What'd you
I
do?
first want to bring up the fact that our previous podcast has already reached 3.2 thousand views and has over 100 likes. We want to thank you guys so very much for viewing that. I see that so many people in the comments that were previously against X-Men saw that
Like Foxy
video
Boy
and
and
then
Pyro.
were like, oh, shit, now that we realize that we're in the wrong, we want to apologize to X-Men and to everybody else and all that.
Gossip train.
And I was going to, and continuing with what I was saying, is that
Anyway,
we proved a lot of people wrong for just believing a poorly made Google document that had zero valid arguments besides thumbnails and old content that X-Men still proved wrong in that podcast. Um,
yeah.
Moving on from that, I want to bring up the fact that, um, hold on. Ugh. We're
Bless
not
you.
moving on from that. We're gonna do our weekly update
Mm-hmm.
on each other because it's been a while since we talked, since the
Yeah,
last
like,
podcast.
yeah,
My Chipotle's
NBC's,
coming
yeah.
up. Give me a minute.
Oh, not the Chipotle.
All right. You'll go first, and then I'll go, and then we'll dive into our topic here. We'll
Well,
let you rant a little bit and all that shit.
of course, of course. Now, my week has been kind of shitty. It's been good because I've been streaming a lot, but I couldn't sleep for 2 days. I had to take like one of those medicine pills to help you sleep. I don't even think it
Melatonin.
worked for. No, not melatonin. It was something else. I don't know what it was called. My grandma gave it to me and said this will help you sleep.
Uh huh.
And my parents have left to the for the Philippines. My parents, as in my father and his wife, brother too. They went to the Philippines yesterday. I don't know if they're there yet because I hear the flight is 20 hours. If I could be wrong on that though.
What? Okay, that's a long ass flight then.
Yeah. I think I'm because I googled how long a flight would be from here to there, and it said 20 hours, but I could be wrong. And besides that, I played the horror game It Steals recently.
Uh
Like I
huh.
played like a good little bit of it by a good little bit, 2 minutes, and I immediately clicked out because I'm not good with horror games.
Pussy.
In my defense, the atmosphere and the it was so good. I'm gonna stream it again. Like if you watch my latest stream, like you'll see my first playthrough of it, and then I just stopped.
Uh huh.
Yeah, but I got like a whole thumbnail made for it and everything. Thank you, titty
Nice.
demon. All right, what
Uh,
about you? What'd you
my
do?
week has been kind of shit, honestly. I've just been mostly dealing with my craving, depression and all that shit. But besides that, I've been alright. The 5M server that I play on with Warrior and Connor and Microwave, is recently getting whitelisted. So it's getting a huge remake and everything, and it looks so cool, and we just are really excited.
Are you still gonna be able to be a cop?
Yeah, I'm still a cop on it. It's just, for me, being a cop is why I have access to the whitelist server, because right now it's
Oh,
in the beta week. And honestly, the server's just so much fun. There's so much new shit on it. I've been lagging way less. I'm still waiting to buy my new GPU, so then I'll be able to start live streaming on it more, which will be so much fun. But until then, I really can't do any live streaming because of how garbage my computer is. It's quite literally been freezing up, dropping frames in any game I've been playing, and a whole bunch of other shit. So it's quite
yeah.
frankly just been pissing me off.
I
But
forgot to I forgot to mention my clips, so I'm gonna start uploading. But you can finish what you're saying.
uh, besides that, I've just been fine, just doing the normal shit that I always do, which is being an idiot with friends and all that. But
True.
I kind of been talking with Redacted again because she apologized for all the shit she did. We're not like close friends as we were. Just
Uh,
like
I don't think you're ever gonna be
mutual.
close friends again.
No, we probably won't.
Didn't you say before we started the podcast is that she was starting to simp for you again?
No, I didn't say she was trying to simp for me. I said she was trying to be sexual around me again. But that's
Um,
redacted. She's always sexual around everybody, so I can't really say I'm too surprised there.
I'm like the only one that doesn't happen to, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Um, moving on from that, the whole drama shit has been so stupid. It's honestly mostly been making me laugh at how stupid people can be. And, for example, if you can show everybody, the thing.
Oh, it's up 10, right? Yep.
Yeah, so that's the hold on, I'm gonna have to hide the table very quick. Where's the table? There's the table. As you can see,
Oh,
that is the
you don't even see it all.
no, yeah, we don't see it all, but it's because I have to move it up, so I'll do that in a second. But as you can tell, that's the creator of the Google Doc. We have his Discord. He was in
Wait,
my server
wait,
and
that's the
everything.
guy?
That's the same kid that made the Google document. He was in my Discord server. He tried raiding my Discord server, and he got two of his friends permanently banned. Um, the funny shit is, he's like, the DMs are fake. My friend would never do such thing. And then like he's literally mad at the valid points that his target audience is mature. It's the parents' fault, and this kid is quite literally jealous that X-Men has the fame. But the most important part that I do want to bring up is it doesn't even show, Alex. It like quite literally doesn't even show. I don't even have this trimmed at all.
Damn.
Well, what it says at the bottom under this image, it says, so at the top it says every X-Men defender should be replied to with this, right? At the very bottom it
If
says,
you give me a
except for Alex the Unamazing, he deserves kill yourself memes. So
KYS, keep
this
yourself
guy
safe.
is going out of his way to tell people to reply to Alex with memes about suicide and shit like that. If that isn't cyberbullying, I have no idea what is.
I'm gonna find it. So let me just switch for a second.
Let me put the table back on. Moving on from that, the funny shit is that I find funny as fuck is that I was brought into the document because of my past with previous people that weren't my friends that I hated at that time. Which now, ever since that document that I was added to it, I'm now neutral with them. The people are Foxy Rocks and Damon. I used to hate them. I went to a group chat with them. We made it up. We're like not mutuals, we're neutral. We don't care like anymore about each other. It's just like, okay, cool. He said he's sorry for all the stuff, so did Foxy Rocks, and they tried getting it removed, but that kid is like like being like very selfish. And so I said stuff like, I will take legal action, which is real. I would take legal action for the stuff that was brought up, considering it was defamation. And the guy was saying he can't sue me and shit like that. I was like, I mean, I quite literally
Legit
could.
can.
I quite literally could, because what was in
You're
the
gonna see my
document
shit for a
was
second.
quite literally defamation. What are you trying to do?
I'm I'm adding the proper screenshot.
You're struggling a little bit there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does it still show it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, it does. All right. Alex capture. No, it literally doesn't.
Doesn't show all the way, but it's the right screenshot.
I know, but it does. It's whatever. We don't care. Swap back to your normal one.
If you wanna see it, you go check my Twitter.
Just go check his Twitter. It's all over Alex's Twitter. Not all over. It's just right there on Alex's Twitter.
You'll find it if you scroll down. I don't post that much.
He doesn't post that much at all. But moving on from that, not only was I brought into it, so was our good friend CF. Now, where did CF go? Why is it my capture? Why did it change? Hold on a minute. Hold on. Shut up. There's CF. I have to stop my screen share. That's why. God damn it. That's your fault that I had to do screen share. That's all your fault, Alex. That's your
CF's idea too. What the fuck?
Well, no, it's mainly your fault. It's never CF's fault. So anyways, we were brought up in the document for no reason at all. The reason why we were brought up is because those people wanted to join in it for fun, which was Foxy Rocks and Damon. the images that were shown, and their only things were calling us degenerates and shit like that, was sending NSFW stuff to other minors while we were minors.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes no sense there. Like, my screenshots that were shown was literally me sending stuff to Damon when we were trying to be making content like X-Men, which was like with NSFW shit and all that stuff. Then the stuff between CF and Rocks is taken majorly out of context
It is.
because at that time Rocks never asked for any of it to stop, and he was fine with it being sent to him at that time and shit like that. And either way, both minors. And they were claiming that Foxy Rocks was 12 when isn't true because he was not 12 at the time we were talking with him. To me, he claimed he was 14 in multiple VCs. He never texted
Yeah.
me his age, but it was just a whole bunch of bullshit. And they just wanted to join it for fun, but then they realized how it's causing CF pain and how it was making me upset and how I would be quite literally threatening legal action, which I still am. But I just mass reported the shit to Twitter, and so hopefully Elon will deal with it and all that shit. But
And
probably hasn't. But I'm glad the drama's starting to die down a little bit, considering my side of it was entirely taken out of context. So was CF's side. They were just trying to show that shit to be like, oh, X-Men is friends with horrible, horrible people. And the other stuff that was brought up in the document was CF and X-Men doing the Minecraft shit in season 1, which was fun, which we did bring up in the previous podcast episode talking about X-Men, how he brought that up, how it's just all for
that
fun.
that reminds me.
And
Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off here for a second. This is important. I was in Junkie's Discord server, and someone was like talking shit about X Men and shit. I told them to go watch the podcast if they want his opinions on it. Bro said, "I ain't gonna watch your shitty ass podcast." Like, bro's willing to make drama and not even look at all the facts. So
that just means he is a retard.
yep.
Um, CF, do you have anything to say before we let Alex go on his rant and we continue to talk about how this drama is being retarded?
Well, honestly, I did talk to Rox, and he was, and he did actually apologize for, like, sending it. Like, hold on, I want to bring up our DMs real quickly.
If you can
I,
take screenshots and send them here, because we like to have evidence in case people start bitching on us, so we can just post on Twitter.
so it was at Raw. Okay, so I don't want to like leak our DM specifically, but
We can take like a framing screenshot with the thing, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
well, I guess I can go ahead and like
Just
show you guys
yeah,
the
you can send
combo.
it.
I don't know if I'm like 100% comfortable with like showing you everything that he said, but
That is fine.
because I don't want to make him look like the bad guy either. But yeah, here it is.
I'm looking,
There you go.
looking for a specific message on here.
All right, yeah, I see this new. He's like, you said, why did you leak out DMs? And he said, all right, listen, since Damon wanted screenshots to expose X-Men, I went to Mystic's DMs and tried to show him something.
Expose
And
Mystic.
yeah, first they wanted to expose me for doing nothing when it was literally all the quote unquote exposing screenshots was when me and Damon were friends and we're trying to make the same kind of content that X-Men was doing at the time, which was Afton Family and all that shit, and it was all like the NSFW stuff. And that's when we were both younger kids, and were just fans of X-Men's work and wanted to kind of copy his style and do all that kind of shit. But I'll continue from there. I went to Mystic's DMs and tried to show him something, and then the NSFW picture, and he said, "Who made that?" And I said, "CF." I didn't think he wanted to try and put you into any of this, and took screenshots of that, so he sent it to the person who made the document. Also, I didn't really want to be in any of this, but since I get urges to like get revenge, I guess on someone, and then parentheses, he put my name, I am all in it if it's to expose Mystic. I probably should have stayed out of it since right now I'm in a call with Damon and is talking Mystic and it's putting more fuel to the fire. Sorry if it seemed like I tried to expose or some shit. I hope you understand because at this point I ain't trying to get more trouble. No, it's okay. I understand you were trying to. And then here's you
This is
saying,
CF.
yeah, this is CF saying, no, it's okay. I understand you weren't trying to get anyone dragged into this. I'm just upset at the stuff that happened literally years ago is being brought up again out of nowhere. I'm not upset at you. I'm just upset at the fact I was dragged into this shit. Rock says,
Rocks.
yeah, I understand. I think after all of this, we should try to forget all of the weird things and we can be civil. CF says,
CF.
yeah, sorry you were dragged into this too. And Rox just said, yeah. Now,
Alright.
I before this, I literally went into a group chat. Torna threw me in that group chat, and it was their own podcast that they were starting up episode.
Wow.
But they canceled the episode because I got thrown into the group, and they literally didn't know what to do, and they're doing their own podcast episode inside of Gary's mod, which is funny to me. But
Wow, that's shitty. They're
they
stealing our idea.
no, not really. They actually
Well, it's not our idea to do like
no,
a
but
podcast. It's
their
like a
podcast
pre-existing
idea is kind of worse than ours, only because it's in Gary's mod, I'd say. And so you
We're
can
kind
see
of
some
professional.
stuff. So that comes somewhat.
Kinda as in with the technology we use.
Yeah, but you keep ruining it all. Anyways, moving on. I was in that group chat. I talked with Damon. I made sure that it was obvious that you didn't want to be dragged into it. And the stuff that you were saying that I won't be bringing up, considering it's a very dark topic, that you with the stuff that you were saying, and that they would be held responsible for the stuff, and they were all upset. Damon was apologizing. Then Rock started talking to me, and I was like, listen, Rocks, I'm fine with being neutral. I don't like hating people anymore. It's kind of getting annoying, and I just overall was just tired of the drama, and I just wanted to move on, stop hating, and just so we could go our own ways and be civil and be neutral. He was fine with that. Now, Damon was trying to get it all taken off. Then Damon, if I can find his DMs, I don't even know if I still have the DMs open with him. Give me one moment. I don't. I do not have his DMs anymore open. I closed them out. But he said that he showed me a screenshot that the guy that made the document said that you told him my Discord, you're so pathetic, dude, and was just like overall shit talking Damon for just wanting to remove us from the document, which is a really fucked up thing to do, especially considering it's a document supposed to only call out X-Man, which we entirely proved wrong in every single possible way.
That's why. That's why I think he's trying to cancel you is because you disproved what he was trying to talk about.
I
Sam,
think
why'd you
that as
switch?
well. I do
CF,
think that as well. What are you saying about CF?
I'm questioning why CF switched your profile picture to the dancing chica.
It's whatever.
Cause I wanted to. This was the profile I wanted to change it to, but Discord
Oh.
saying like, "Hey, this file is way too big," so I had to like minimize. So I had to minimize it in order for it to work. This is what I was originally gonna change it to. Gosh dang it, Chica!
You just mute
That's
up
your
the.
dog.
Sorry.
You can mute up the deal with your dog if you want to.
Yes, just give me a minute. I'm a.
I like how it's gonna move in the thing. That's cool.
What do you mean?
In the screen share, it's just gonna show the thing of the chica dancing.
It's not because I can't really. How I have it
Oh.
set up is I have it screen sharing my desktop Discord. So
okay.
it's just capturing our call going on from the desktop. I want to change the style of the podcast a little bit differently. Redacted gave me a small recommendation on what to do for it, and I might be swapping it to that, considering it would be way easier.
Send
We
it to
would
me, I'll
still
check it
have
out.
we will still have our expressions, and only I would have to worry about controlling it all, considering I'm the one that is recording the podcast episodes and everything. So I'd be fine with doing all of that. Now, one thing that I do want to bring up is they got somebody that I assume a few people here know that would be watching this episode. They got somebody named Bub Games to reply to the tweet. Now,
I have no idea who that is, honestly.
it's somebody that exposed a whole bunch of people that made
Some terrible
FNAF
people in the Gmod.
that made Gmod
community.
FNAF roleplay like servers, public servers for people to go in and have fun on, and they were entirely like exposed of the bad things that they did, and so he made a tweet that at X-Man saying, "Yo, X-Man, can we talk?" And
Well, he also messaged the real dude.
yeah, he messaged the guy that made the document, But what I think about the document thing is that he was just given some shit, and I talked with the Bub Games guy because Fear put me into a group chat with that guy,
Thank you, Fear.
and we were talking. I was talking with him a little bit, and he said that he's not going to be asking X-Men the shit that he did when he was a minor, aka the DMs with Clay, those DMs in the group chat that you see of X-Men. That's when he was a minor. That is normal, like a horny minor.
I want to bring that up afterwards, but you keep going.
It's like little normal horny teenager activity that you'd see.
Both
from literally-
16-year-olds, may I point out?
both 16. They're the exact same age during that stuff, and people were just getting so pissed, or actually believing it.
See,
that
it's because
he was a groomer and doing all that shit for no reason at all.
The reason I think people are thinking like he's messaging minors is because whoever sent those screenshots are blacking out the names of the person.
Yeah.
But we all know that that's just Clay or Jackson. If you keep up with it.
I don't even know if they're the same person anymore. They it's just total bullshit.
No, it's the same person because I read the Twitter thing. I went into the comments and I saw that Jackson said, "Hey, I got some more proof for you. Let me just send this to you."
Yeah,
They're involved.
Yeah, which is funny because they said that X-Men literally said in the previous episode that they squashed the beef and they went their own separate ways, forgetting all about it. Clearly not. Clearly fucking not. Considering that person went out of their way to bring it back up after it was proven that X-Men said that it was fucking that the beef was squashed. So that person is personally just a piece of shit for what they've done. And continuing on from that, I want to bring up the fact that fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying before that?
You were talking
Bub Games.
Yeah, Bub.
He tweeted out X-Men, and X-Men obviously didn't reply. So Fear added me to a group chat with him. I talked with the guy. He said he doesn't care about the stuff that X-Men did when he was a minor, which is the stuff of the screenshots of the DMs in that thing.
Telling you already mentioned this, but
yeah, I know. I'm just going over it. And then after that, he literally all he told me is that he just had questions, peaceful questions about X-Men's content, and that is it. He wasn't gonna go over any of the allegations or anything. He only had questions about the content that he had made. Now,
not to mention he shit talked the fucking Google Doc.
Yeah, he also did shit talk the Google Doc. I said the Google Doc was poorly made. I was brought up in it, yada yada yada. And he said I don't care about the Google Doc. It's poorly made. And I said thank you for agreeing with me that it's poorly made. Then the only really annoying thing is the difference in time zones. He lives all the way in Australia. He is 12 hours ahead of my time zone and X-Men's time zone. We're EST, he's Western Australia. He's quite literally 12 hours ahead of us. So when it was 11 p.m. at night for us, it was 11 a.m. for him. So the only time that he was able to talk with X-Men was at 5 a.m. our time. So it was 5 p.m. for him.
So he talked to X-Men?
Yes, he talked with X-Men.
Can you send me that?
I DM'd X-Men what was talked about, and he said, I said, how did the interview go? X-Men said it was all right. I asked him, it was peaceful. X-Men said, yeah. I asked X-Men, what were some of the questions, if he didn't mind me asking? And X-Men said, it was mainly questions about my AU, talking about the characters and their interactions with others. And I asked X-Men, and I said to X-Men, yeah, because your AU is just robots, not dead kids' souls. And X-Men said, yeah, I did mention that. I responded saying, he understood everything you said, though, and agreed with you at some points, with a question mark. X-Men said, yep. So I said, sick, because he doesn't care about the Google Doc. He said it's poorly made. X-Men said, yeah. So I said, well, I'm glad you were able to do it. I hope that nothing bad comes out of it. I'm leaving you alone now. DM me if you need anything. And he just said, all right, thank you. So I guess we'll see if Bub Games decides to make a video out of this.
I kind of hope that he does, because I want to hear him shit talk the kid.
Absolutely.
That made the whole Twitter thing. I like how I still think it's funny how bro legit is encouraging me to keep myself safe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's honestly stupid, but also funny because he's proving that we're winning against him, that he's getting pissed off at us. It's like, because he has to drag us into it and like go out of his way to tell. It is
harassment.
it is quite literally harassment. It is.
Couldn't I could probably get back at him in some way. Like
You yeah, you could, and
lawsuit.
that is cyberbullying, and cyberbullying is, guess what, actually a crime, funny enough.
Nice. I bully people online, but it's not like to the point where I tell them to keep
No,
themselves safe. You know what I mean?
you bully people online for fun as a hobby.
But I know when to stop.
Yes, you
They
know when to
don't.
stop, and if it's needed, you'll apologize for it, and
Yeah, that
all
reminds me
that.
about the junkie shit. But that's my rant, and I'll get to it later. All right.
You can go into your stuff now, because all I was gonna
God
bring
damn
up
it.
is the fact that this guy is an idiot, and that he's proven
Like-
to us that he's immature and can't actually back himself up in the topic of X-Men being a quote unquote child predator, or quote unquote advertising his content to kids, or
Which
quote
we all
unquote
did.
all
Which we
that shit.
disproved.
We disproved absolutely everything inside that document so much that he had to add me and CF to it to try and see, like, oh, X-Men's just friends with bad people. No, he's
What?
not.
He has nothing on me, despite all the fucked up jokes I have. Like,
Literally in the
bro.
last VC, your Google was talking about the September 11th attacks.
Well, that's just my Google.
That's just my normal thing my Google does every now and again.
My Google talks about 9/11.
Not only that, your humor is literally 9/11 and a whole bunch of other shit, which
Okay,
I would.
that's unfair. Dark humor.
Yeah, I'm just saying you have dark humor.
Mm-hmm. Like even like if you check my Discord, I have a clip of where like an ad was playing, and I told it to shut up, woman.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was so funny.
I don't care about Trident. The only Tridents I care about are the ones in Minecraft.
I want to thank you owe me a muffin for clipping those. Thank you. And yeah, now time for my rant. Now
yeah,
in Josie's Discord
go
server,
on your rant. I want you to go all out.
Alright,
I
just
need
wanna pull
you to
this up.
go all out here, because
gonna
I want to hear your anger.
Well, I'm not that angry of a person, you know.
I don't care.
Keep yourself safe. All right, hold on. Let me go into. Stop slapping yourself, bro.
No, sorry, it was Monty.
Wait.
He was grabbing my legs.
Okay. So.
Ignore that, please.
That timing!
Yeah, ignore that. You did not hear anything.
That timing couldn't have been fucking better, bro. As soon as he said it. So anyway, dog barking in the background.
This is the fucking. Did you say in Minecraft?
I don't know anymore, man. Just
I
go
think
on
you
your
said-
rant. Go on your rant!
You fuck.
Go on your rant!
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you!
Anyway.
Anyway.
So my rant. So I messaged the real guy. This was before I knew he sent the no this shit.
That's
They're
all
like
aboard
right
the
next to each
toxic
other.
gossip train.
Yippee! I made 3 alternate accounts. First first my main, not 3, sorry, 2. I made my first account. The first one was just shit talking the dude. The second one, I did it again. I shit talked him a second time. The third time, I just logged into the up close email and said, "Hey, bro, I'd like to talk to you. Like, I'd like to settle this drama out. Maybe help you clear up some of the allegations, like some of the shit you did." And I sent him a screenshot of this. And I asked, "Is this okay? Do you think this is okay?" I didn't know that was him at the time. I was like, "This is."
I'm sorry. I'll mute. So.
This is my time. No, anyway, it's fine, CF. But yeah, I messaged him asking, "Hey, do you think this is okay?" and all that. And then I went back to the doc and I checked the comments and I saw this message from Dave. But their thing is Davest of Daves.
Yeah, that's one
On
of
Twitter.
the Return to Animatronic developers that I was
Yeah,
talking with before and all that shit.
Here they sent some screenshots with Jackson, and they said X-Men is legit talking to a minor. And
Oh,
I actually asked him if I could message him on Discord and discuss some of the things, like that that X-Men was being accused of and that they were claiming. I said, hey, this is kind of damaging to X-Men's career. I'm kind of abbreviating here. And I proved to them that Jackson and X-Men were joking at that time. And I mentioned how they were both 16.
Yeah, they were like the exact same age, which is funny.
Yeah. And I had a long talk with them. I was really respectful, which is surprising because, like, I was sleep deprived at the time, so you'd expect me to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, their name was number one Nico.
Huh?
So I messaged them, talked to them for a while, and I mentioned how this kind of shit can hurt someone's career. Do you want to be the cause of that? They were like, yeah, you're right. I do not want to be the cause of that. And I asked them if they could help me get in contact with the number one real guy, or not number one real, the real guy, this guy.
Uh-huh.
And I, they tweeted at him. He didn't respond. And they even pointed out, if you go to their Twitter, Dave, it's in like the comments of the Twitter post. You can see just a shit ton of Daves.
Yeah, I know. I had a talk with that guy because I thought I used to play a little bit of Return to Animatronica, and they had a collab with Forsaken AR. Forsaken AR then pulled their stuff out of that game because of the stuff that was brought up in the past of like the developers of Return to Animatronica being kind of messed up people and a whole bunch of other shit. And so
I don't know anything about that. So.
I just trusted the stuff from that. You know, I just trusted the stuff that was in that document, even though I should have understood from both sides, which is something that I usually should take a more,
they
take into consideration more. But
they brought
then
you up at one point.
I know
being a kind of dickhead.
I
told them how you're quick to anger.
Yeah, I am very quick to anger. But as I was talking with them, I started talking with them more, and then I apologized for saying that, oh yeah, I'm sorry for being mean towards you guys and bringing up all this shit. I'm very sorry and everything. And so I apologized to them and all that shit, and then they just started going on and saying, one of them said, no worries, people usually bring this document up whenever they see me, so I get used to it. But yeah, sorry for arguing with you as well. Have a good day/night. Another one, I said it. What? Just realized you already read them. You don't have to play Return to Animatronica. Hell, we probably don't want X-Men supporters. No offense to you, though. But we generally just dislike a style of content. It's fine if you disagree. I'm so tired. I just want to go make myself some water. And so a whole bunch.
Make yourself water. Just like go to a sink, pour water.
By the power of gods, fill this cup with water. That's how. But yeah, I basically was just talking with them, saying, at first I didn't know they were developers for the game, but then I understood that they were developers for the game, and then I apologized, and I didn't mean to offend any of them, and I just wanted to go separate ways. And just really didn't care anymore and just wanted to end it because I was tired of the shit. And so they understood, and then we went our own separate ways, and then just that was it.
Okay. Now, the real dude from the reading out the tweet, Dave, and all of them, said, someone has some evidence that clears other things up. Their user is my user on Discord. You can respond to them if you want. I can't force you. If you don't want to, that's fine, I guess, but they would prefer if you did. Sorry if I sent that twice. They sent 2, but I think he deleted it. The first one. So, obviously this shows I had evidence against, like, fucking Jackson for some of the screenshots, the pedo allegations.
Yep.
That I disproved it. Again, they didn't fucking respond to me, which shows that they don't really want things to clear up. They don't want the proper evidence. They just want X-Men to lose their YouTube channel, which is terrible if you're trying to like help the children, if this is what the guy's goal is. And bringing X-Men and CF, not X-Men and CF, sorry, Mystic and CF into this just proves you're pathetic and you just want clicks and you just want to destroy these guys because they support X-Men. That's kind of fucking pathetic on his part.
Absolutely, I agree with that because like
going into advertisement on Junkies. Sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead, just finish what you're saying.
I was gonna say that it's honestly hilarious the fact that you have to bring in this guy's friends just simply because you were proven wrong in one of the podcast episodes and that you have nothing else valid to bring up to the table as a valid argument. It's just entirely hilarious.
Yeah, and bringing up shit when they're minors themselves, like, dude, literally, I've known like a minor make much worse shit. Like I don't know their age. I don't know how old they were, but I know they were young. But they've made much worse shit, and people are acting like you're sending this stuff to children. You're sending it to people your own age, or like preteens or teenagers. Like, it's fine. Also, going into advertisement on Junkie's server, one of my viewers sent my Discord server. This isn't really related, but two people were just being dicks to him and such. So, Zach, I'm sorry they were dicks to you. And I brought up and people were saying in the advertisement chats about X-Men being supporting incest.
He
This is the
doesn't
guy
support incest. That's
I
the
know.
thing. That's the funny shit. It is not incest. If you look at Circus Baby, I see blue eyes, not green eyes. That's blue eyes. Plus,
Oh
he
my
never
god.
went out of his way to notice to say that he does not support incest.
Yeah. Anyway, I brought up how if you watch episode 3, it clears up a whole thing, and someone was like, "On God, I agree." And besides responding with, "I didn't watch your shitty ass podcast," but he did say that because fuck you, buddy. If our podcast was shitty, why would we get 3.2k views?
And
Obviously,
over
people
100 comments, and most of the comments were literally
and
agreeing
156
with
subs.
us. Like, literally, so many people in the comments were quite literally agreeing with every point that we had. And
There
not
was
only
two
that,
people.
there were defending X-Men, and there was only 2 people in that comment section that was shit-talking X-Men, and that is it.
Not to mention the people that started these, like Foxy Boy and Pyro. They
Went
fucking
in there.
apologized.
Yeah, Pyro realized where he was wrong with his stuff.
Yeah.
Foxy Boy was sorry and was just apologizing for all his shit.
I think he was just trying to keep his career safe, but that's just my opinion. But before I keep going with my rant, thank you so much for the new subs, all the views, and the positive comments in the chat. We really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy the podcast.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good positive feedback about our podcast, and I've been really happy about that. It means a lot to us. So we can continue doing this, something that you guys enjoy and something that we enjoy.
Yeah, we enjoy shit talking. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Actually, Alex, if you don't mind me interrupting you,
Go ahead.
Mystic brought up a point of like where kids make much more worse stuff. And I mean, I don't know how old this person is, but
Wait,
but they wait, I don't know who brought what up, but Han, it's not forget the upper image, but I think a kid made this video. I think I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
I don't know. They look
is.
young.
It is definitely a kid. That's that's a kid, all right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just wanted to bring that
To
point
those of you
up.
that watch my podcast, to watch this episode in my Discord server, I'll send it in like announcements or something to prove.
Funtime Foxy
shit.
having sex with Funtime Freddy. That's all you need to
Yeah.
know. That's all you need to know.
And apparently, Funtime Foxy is a dom.
That's
Anyway.
not true. But all right. Anyways.
In the picture.
I know. I'm just joking, my friend.
Or
What am I
actually, I'm just gonna type that out, but I'm actually not gonna say that.
What were you gonna say?
You can go ahead and say it. We're not like this channel.
This channel is not family friendly.
We've made that clear.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like this is it's just like I mean, I was gonna say if you need to cut this out, you can.
We
But
we don't cut out shit unless it's like
stuff from
unless
the first
it's
episode you
fucked
were
up.
here.
I was basically gonna say maybe Funtime Foxy is pegging Funtime Freddy.
You know what? That's true.
It's true.
Anyway.
So, anyways, yeah.
Okay,
moving
so
on
after
now.
I said or watch Up Close 3 podcast or watch episode 3 of the podcast. Don't call people a pedo when you don't even know half the damn story. And his response, Funtime Freddy, he changed his name to Drink the Freddy Shake. He said he literally shipped a dad for his daughter. And you also know, bruh. I responded with, yeah, fucking ragdolls that hit each other rapidly. Or, oh no, he's a pedo for ragdolls, guys. Like, if you prove that if that's your proof for calling a dude a pedo, then you're fucked up. You're weird as shit. And I'm gonna take a screenshot now, so I can just have it for later. Just in case the guy tries to disprove my shit. And I also said it's obvious it was a joke because in FNAF 6, Circus Baby called William Daddy, and the
No, it
was
called
brought up in
the
the
us the
podcast.
player daddy. I'm pretty sure. I forgot. I don't remember too
I
well.
think
Mm,
no, she said
no,
I will make you proud, Daddy.
Oh right, yeah, no, she did.
yeah,
I remember now.
And
yeah, she's pretty much, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I said, and it's a. He responded with, "Bro, Afton family." Like that makes no sense. I responded
Okay.
with, "Okay?" Question mark.
Yeah, that's. I literally just said okay. Like, oh my god, it's two robots. Oh my god, my friend.
I said, "Did you watch episode 3 of Up Close? We cover a lot of this shit, homie." He responded with, "Blah blah. I won't watch your shitty podcast." So again, proving that bro doesn't. Some people don't even care about the facts.
Yeah, people do not care about the facts, which is hilarious. Like, they just want to listen to one side of the story against someone that they probably don't like the content of, or somebody that they used to like the content of. Because I know a lot of people, like, no longer watch his content, but they still, like, never shit talked to or anything. Like, yeah, okay, cool. You can not like somebody, but you don't have to go out of your way to openly shit talk this guy when he's done nothing to you or against you in any form of way at all. It just proves that you're insignificant and that you
Oh
really don't care about anything.
yeah. Scrolling down, I remember he's the one that said this. The drink the Freddy shake, dude. And he was like, "We have this guy on our side," and it was Bud Games, and I was like, and I asked him, "Hey, do you have literal proof that this guy is on your side?" And
Was there only proof the tweet?
yep.
That's
And
funny.
I responded with, "Not the best screenshot. I'm not about to jump on Twitter. Legit doesn't prove shit. That's asking to talk to Mystic. Wait, that's asking to talk. Mystic legit got in contact with the dude, bro. Just when we will catch him."
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thank you,
sorry,
Chica.
sorry.
Control that damn dog.
We and I responded with kind of petty. This was at the time. This was like 4 in the morning for me, almost 5. I responded with if, and we will have a punishment for you. That's what he said. Like, what are you gonna do? Like I punish myself a lot more. Like
Okay.
I could have gotten myself canceled just for fucking saying one joke about
We're
women.
gonna have a punishment for you. Okay, calm down there, little boy.
And I was
Oh.
responding.
I'm
I could say the
sorry.
same, but I'm like, because you're the annoying one. He called me annoying. I mean, I can be annoying, but it's all part of the joke. Well, then you're. And I said I could say the same to you, but unlike you, I ain't a dick. He responded with, "Wow, then you're a shithead." Nice comeback, buddy.
Yeah, you're a shithead, Alex. Oh my god.
That's just I'm sorry, but the way this dude is talking just like instantly screams minor
Instantly
or like
screams,
a
idiot,
teen.
idiot, idiot. I know that's
I
great.
also asked him if he thinks it's okay for people for telling to tell people to keep themselves safe, if you know what I mean. He didn't even answer the fucking question.
That's funny. Just
Mm.
avoiding the question. That's
Wait, I
funny.
think I said if I may, and he said no, it's July. Yeah, he did.
That's
I
that's
said
you
one more
kind of humor.
question,
I'm gonna
if
be
I may.
honest.
I said one more question, if I may, and he said no, it's July.
I'm gonna be honest. That's you kind of humor though. Like a you kind of joke.
Yeah, but it was kind of pissing me off at the time. And this other guy, apparently I was a dick to him, and but I did apologize to the guy I was a dick to, and we're cool, I guess. Now I think that's about it for the advertisement chat. Thank you, Chica. And what else? I think it's I think that's it for my rant. I've already talked about like the Twitter post and how I tried to talk to the guy and how I talked to number one Miko on Twitter on the Dave dude. What else? I don't think so. There's anything else. I made a Discord server. We'll put it in the description if you want to join.
Mine's better.
Dead as shit.
Okay,
Right
Mr.
now. Okay,
Krabs.
don't fucking.
What do you mean dead as shit right now, bro? My server's active.
I'm just not active.
Yeah, you're not active. Yeah.
I said it was dead as shit, assuming it was dead. I was kind of hoping it was, so I wouldn't embarrass myself, but I didn't.
Well,
I did. So.
you've embarrassed yourself. Get fucked.
Some dude messaged me. He's in your server and Junkie's Discord server. He messaged me. We'll call him username. He said, "Are you the Gray Bear?" I responded with, "Does it matter?" But yes, he said cool and never responded again.
Are you the gray bear? That's it. That's funny.
Yeah, like, yeah, no shit here.
Alright, CF, do you have anything you want to bring up very quickly about the whole
Can you
you
bring up
topic?
how this shit has been an effect on you, as like the mental strain it has caused?
Well, so mental wise, it's been a huge pain because, um, Alex can what's the word I'm looking
Recommend or bring it up.
attest or
Attest. Yeah,
attest.
sorry.
Yeah, that's the word I was fucking looking for. Alex can attest to this, but I have been through something. I don't want to go like too deep into it, but I've been into this kind of drama before,
Like
and
the clay drama from 2 years ago.
yeah, I and basically not fun. It's yeah. I mean, I don't want to like bring things up or anything, but like it's real. But it was like a really huge mental like point on me, and just like I was starting to get PTSD because of this drama. Whole entire thing is just like, oh
PTSD.
boy, I don't want PTSD. Am I even making sense at all? I don't even think I'm.
No,
making
you are. It's
wait,
Alex
I know
that's
what you
like
mean by
not
PTSD.
understanding.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Bro does not know what PTSD means.
I know what PTSD is.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Because you literally
Do
said
you
PTSD
really?
with a question mark.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, I know.
There you go. Took you long enough.
Motherfucker.
Alright, anyways, continue, CF.
But it was like a really huge like thing when this whole entire thing like started. Like I was just like completely in like a really bad state. Didn't want to get out of bed, which was a very understandable sense for a lot of us. I'm pretty sure we all can relate to that.
Yeah, we're all depressed.
And it was just a huge, like, a very it was just a very huge like stressful time for mental strain like for me and basically my family too. My mom has been worried sick about my mental health because
As parents should be.
Yeah, because she saw how much it was like affecting me, and she did make me feel better by calling them like they're dirty bitches who want to bring up stuff. So, which I found funny.
Mom.
W mother.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, my mom is just the kind of person who always has my back in this
Which
sense. Anyway.
is good. Parents should always have the child's back.
And they should also monitor what they watch. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
If they are younger kids, of course. If they're adults, who gives a fuck, honestly.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But
it is so funny seeing fucking whenever CF's talk. It's just a dancing chica.
Sadly, I can't see it because of how I have it set up. But if I could, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's probably fine. But
we need to get like a PNG for like our guests and just have it show up.
Like I said, I have a workaround. CF, if you would continue, please.
Luckily, I've been doing better. Chica, I swear to God, luckily I've been.
Jesus, that dog is like wanting to break in.
No, she hit her head on the door trying to leave.
Bro,
She
how do you
hit her
fuck
head on the door
up that
trying to
bad?
leave.
Come on.
Come on, Chica.
Come on, Chica.
But luckily I've been doing better. And basically I just want to say to the person who made the document, I'm not against you. I don't have anything against you. I just really don't appreciate how you kind of dragged me into this whole entire thing. I do not appreciate for literally no reason at all. I wasn't even I don't know if it was because of I think it was actually because of what Rock said. But I did respond to his like Twitter post, basically like about on the document, basically saying like not defending X-Man nor defending him, just like being neutral with like both sides.
Yeah, because that's what you do. You just try to listen to both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the person was kind of like, sorry, I didn't really like say anything negative either. I was just saying like, hey, these are some of the facts that I would just want to say. A lot of
Did they
kids.
even listen to you?
I don't even know if I have like my Twitter notifications are like really weird, so I'm actually gonna check to see if they
Watch him make like an apology video. Like, the only thing I groomed is my 2 Persian cats. Okay,
wait, what?
it's her allegations. Allegedly, she groomed kids.
Not a groomer, just a loser, as she said.
Fuck, toxic gossip train.
Okay, you can stop with that. Continue, CF, please.
Oh, so fun fact: the tweet that the document was on was deleted.
Let's go!
Yeah!
Yippee!
Hold on.
Could it have been because I fucking spam reported it?
Oh.
I kind of spam reported the fuck out of that tweet, I'm gonna be honest.
Goddamn. Hallelujah.
I did get a couple of replies, but here, I'm just gonna go through with like my whole thing, like the whole. So basically, I was saying like, here's my opinion on this. I can't really defend him for the incest stuff because that's weird in general. I was young and naive and did ship some, but luckily I realized how wrong it was because you might young yourself. However, there are a lot of YouTube channels that have adults as their main targets. They just somehow attract kids. I have made some concerning stuff in the past, but nowadays I either censor it or don't show it because not everyone wants to see that.
A good example for like adult targeted audiences is Vanos.
Oh yeah. I think
Well, he kind of made
think
his older content was like somewhat aimed to be somewhat child friendly. Actually, no, not really.
No,
It wasn't
No,
at all.
not really.
We all
I think
remember
his-
Pablo.
I don't.
Yeah. Oh
There was a
yeah.
man
Yeah.
named Pablo.
That joke aged extremely well, by the way.
Yeah,
Anyway, I think his content was like more towards like older
mature,
kids or
mature.
like older kids. Yeah.
The mature audience, basically, is what all we need to really say there is like, because he had jokes that were obviously very adult, but then also had moments that seemed pretty aimed towards, yeah, like somewhat kid friendly, not mostly kid friendly, just somewhat kid friendly.
Okay. Anyway, then I went on to say how the models are in fact for public use. Anyone can use them. On another fact, I can't say the stuff he makes are mandatory or necessary, but at the end of the day, we can't change what he makes or what models he uses. I'm the pacifist. I am not defending him nor against him. I am here to simply state my opinion. Kids and adults are on the YouTube platform, so there is no telling who subs to you, who supports you, or who watches you.
We can see the age of the people that are subscribed to us, but people can always fake the age on these platforms, especially considering Google doesn't require ID to see your age. It only requires an ID whenever you want to monetize your channel.
Yeah, look at X-Men's audience. There's like 30-year-olds apparently.
Yeah, I could actually view it. I'm pretty sure through my.
I can
channel.
actually see what mine is at. Hold on.
I looked at mine. It said only 10% of my viewers were under the age of 18, while most of them were between the age of like 80 and shit like that. So.
See, with me, I always like made when I made fake accounts, I always like put it as far away as it could. Like I think my oldest it was like 1982.
Oh no!
I just set mine to all time because you couldn't do that.
I think some people on my channel are using their grandparents' accounts because I have like 55 to 65, 65
what the
plus.
fuck?
Oh my
40
god!
like the 54.
Holy shit. Okay then. Damn, Steve,
My-
I didn't know your content was aimed towards elderly people. I'm so proud.
I know, right?
I'm so proud of it.
My majority is 18 to 24 years. And the second closest, that's actually like extremely close, is 35 to 44. So someone be on their parents' account.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are on their parents' accounts, actually.
I mean,
yeah, a lot of kids go to their parents' account and shit, and people don't like to bring that up because that destroys their argument.
Because they probably have accounts that use their parents' stuff for age or whatever, all that shit.
And And then I basically went on saying how the models aren't always used for sexual manners. I sometimes use the models, or I usually use the models in a non-sexual manner. For example, Callie 3D, I have Fredina representing Freddy's mother. Um,
I was planning
so
on doing that as well, but they added a new Fredina model, which looks really good, and I personally see it more fitting as the mother type looking outfit or like role.
hold on. Hey, what do you? Hey,
Uh-oh.
hold
She's
on,
shitting
give
on the
me a
carpet.
second.
It's eating the carpet.
No.
No.
Thanks for the explanation.
No.
I think next time we do like episode 5, I kind of want to split off from all the drama and shit we do.
We're
I want
going
to kind
to.
of
Don't worry. Next episode is not going to be drama related. I
I
will
kind of
make
want
sure of
to
that.
like I want to tell old stories from my childhood to things that shape me to this day. Kind of what this podcast is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Satire.
No.
Kidding. I mean, I could do it now, but nah, this isn't really
This
the
is not
first.
the proper area for this stuff.
I'm
We'll
just
say.
I'm just dragging them in. I'm just giving them something to look forward to.
I was
with
gonna say
episode 5.
something else.
What were you gonna say?
Don't worry about it.
You should say it.
Don't worry about it.
Say it right fucking now.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
Okay.
I don't know what you were typing, and I'm afraid.
I wasn't typing. I pressed F11 thinking that was a keybind.
No, F11 full screen shit.
No, I was saying press like for the thing.
I know. I'm just saying F11 full screens. He's
Okay.
having a seizure. Someone calls mom.
She got a hold of one of
Oh my
Nightmarion's arms.
Oh, you should have let her rip that thing to shreds and shown it to Lucy.
No, I actually. Well, then again, this arm is like broken. It will not stay to the. For some, this arm is like broken because it will not
Hold
Oh
stay
on.
god, there she
to
is.
the body for some reason. So I don't know what the point. So I don't. So I guess it's kind of a good thing she tore it up because it was kind of broken. Anyway, so
Is there anything
I
else we have to talk about?
I actually did get a respond to
Oh.
someone by the name of Atticus
That's Leighton. That's Leighton.
That's Layton.
Okay,
That
he
loser.
responded to me saying this whole thread bugging, bro. His content was 100% catered towards children. Watch a minute of any of his videos and now collaborate my statement. And saying the adult models can sometimes be safer to use is outright ignorant. They are specifically designed with those exaggerated features so they can be used in a derogatory manner. Just don't make vids for kids using weird 18 plus models. It's creepy.
Okay.
That guy's just fucking retarded.
Okay,
Why do
just
they have
to-
clothes then? That's that's a very
They're supposed
Jesus.
to be like not super. Why do they have?
You got so
They
loud, your
clearly-
microphone broke, CF.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god.
Like
demons.
the model, like if it was anything like that one Toy Chica model that's like not the
Love
erotic
Taste.
phobia one. Yeah, something like that. Love Taste. There's also the erotic phobia one where she has clothes too. Yeah, some of those there are some 18 plus old models that can be used for safer work activities because they're not fully naked. They have clothes. It's not like I'm using like the Fredina model where her tits and ass are like out and everything. And she has clothes. She is wearing clothes.
You know what? Now that I think
So
about it,
please,
Educate yourself.
Educate, like seriously, there have been a lot of videos where people have used those models not just for not safe for work. There have been plenty of other YouTube channels that were directed towards children that have used those models at least once or twice.
Oh, otherwise, why are the
So-
clothes an option? That's my question. If that's supposedly aimed towards NSFW stuff, why is there the option for the clothes? That's the real question.
And like to like show, like I think I have the full image of like Also, not to mention the fact that on VR chat, those models are an option too. Those models exist on VR chat.
Not to
Like,
mention, there's a shit ton of kids on VR chat.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are a lot of kids on VR
Thank
chat.
God they're not on Among Us VR.
Oh my God. Vote him out.
Vote him out.
And-
He has big tits. It's confusing me.
Now, and I will admit, while these models are initially used for like not safe for work stuff,
They can
at
also be
least-
used for SFW stuff.
yes, they have closed option. Yeah, people will think they're cringe because they're obviously not safe for work. They're all the other stuff, but they can also be used for non-sexual manners. That's
Like,
the
I
thing
know that's
about
hard to
them.
believe. I know it's hard to believe teenagers, but yeah, it's true.
It is true.
And, I mean, like, it is hard to believe because of like their nature, but there are safer word versions of like 18 plus models. Like, for example, you remember those old models like that
Yes.
were Sexy Foxy,
Yeah,
the
the
models
sexy
that
animatronics.
Jump
yeah,
ups.
the sexy animatronics. Yeah, those have safe for work versions. So
Which
I
is the
mean,
ones
granted-
that literally X-Men uses in his videos. That
Yeah,
is the
the-
SFW version.
yeah, they're. I mean, in fact, their main objective was to be not safe for work, but someone did make safe for work versions of those models, and they're for fair use. They're for fair use.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will think it's cringe and stupid, but hey, they're safe for work. I don't. So yeah.
Now this reminds me about a video I saw. Like, it was like this guy saying, "Can you believe the video isn't made for kids?" Meanwhile, X-Men, it's just like a clip from his reactions channel. You have to realize that he plays a character for YouTube. He plays like
Yeah.
a really ecstatic character.
Although he doesn't swear often, he'll swear sometimes. But even if
Yeah.
he doesn't,
Like,
he
watch
just doesn't
his
like to
live stream.
swear. It's just
Yeah,
he just doesn't like to swear. That's just a thing that's normal. Some people don't
It's
like
normal.
to swear. They don't have to swear. It's not like a
Also,
Bad
not
Boy
to-
Halo situation where he's doing it, or like Nick A30 where they're doing it because they just want to be kid friendly. No, not at all.
Well, no one likes
No.
Bad Boy Halo.
And to be honest, there was one time on, and I think it was on his way. I think it was on. I don't wait. It was not his mainstream. I
It
don't
was
think.
his mainstream. It was when I think his main channel where he was playing the Minecraft.
Oh yeah, he did.
Get up!
Oh, it was actually another. It was actually another point where he said Roxy's pussy like 5 times in like the same sentence, like in a row.
He was
He was
also
like Roxy's pussy, Roxy's pussy.
he was
Roxy's
also
pussy. This is what this
playing
is for.
he was also playing what's the game called? Jedi Lesser the last
Fallen Order.
no, the
Well,
Jedi
no.
game. Whatever it's called. The
Jedi
second
Survivor.
one. Yeah, Jedi Survivor. And he
still
said,
haven't played that
"Damn,
one.
look at that ass." To one of the characters.
Marin.
Yeah, to Marin, he was like, "Damn, look at that ass." I mean, like the entire time.
I think
It's-
I think he has that clipped on his
he does. It's
fifth
on
channel,
it's
I
on
think.
his 5th channel. But
That's what I
also, I would love to bring up a very valid point that I would like to open up here. That is very important. That X-Man did say during one of his streams. Would you like to know what that point would be?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
You fucking squeak fuck!
I was bringing that up earlier.
And then there's also X-Man.
I can say the N-word.
That one's taken super out of context, which is the funniest shit because
That's a Roblox video.
it's from a Roblox video. We were playing Forgotten Memories, and then we made him be the
Who's the
black
black
character, and so Draven said he's doing blackface as a joke, and then X-Men went along saying the phrase.
The N-word.
I
Yep.
can say the N-word.
It's just funny. It's because we're a group of friends and we all have stupid humor, and we all know
Yeah.
how we can match with each other.
I don't know how we've all
See,
been
that chat
going
is
on
what
for
friends
as long as we
are.
have.
You should find some.
Go find your friend. I'm kidding. That was mean.
I was so fucking Megamind on Twitter.
Anyways, as I was saying, I want to go back to the topic of the fucking fact that people are idiots. That they only want to listen to one side of the story without any valid, like, real proof or anything. Like,
They don't
yeah,
need more proof.
people showed proof of, like, oh, X-Men's content is sexual, yada, yada, yada. Brother, those are thumbnails. There's nothing really sexual in there. Like, their examples of sexual thumbnails was the 4th of July incident. There's nothing sexual there. Another one was the reviewing the Cali 3D models with bikinis. I feel sorry that if you go to the beach and you see people in bikinis, you think that's sexual. That is something that
Also,
I will forever
not to
bring
mention-
up. How are bikinis sexual?
Also, I will bring up. I do want to bring up one. Oh, sorry, Alex. You go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say how some bikinis can be made to be sexual, like the ones that just cover the nipples.
Yes,
Yeah.
but those were like out of their way, covering all of it, or trying their
Also-
best to, because those characters have unrealistic proportions.
I will say that it is a common thing at the beach where females do not even have tops on. Their tits are just out everywhere.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
new beaches.
There are some there have some beaches that I have seen where
France.
where girls' boobs are just out everywhere
France.
and all that
Yeah,
other kind of
France.
stuff. Also,
France.
can we also
Actually, no,
yeah.
it's not France. In all over Europe, women are allowed to take their bra off at the beach to, like, get rid of the tan line, because, you know, whenever you're at the beach, you get sunburnt, and then, like, you take off your bathing suit, it's, like, just a straight line of white. So, like, from the thigh up, you're white. From the thigh down, you're just red as hell. Women are allowed to do that in public places in Europe. And guess what? At public beaches where there are kids of young ages running around freely.
Can't you
Also,
can you go topless at pools in Brazil?
I don't know.
Wait, Alex, do you remember the Berlin thing that you sent me?
Oh, it was Berlin?
Yeah, it was Berlin. It was like Berlin has passed a law where women are allowed to go topless in public places.
Oh yeah, I sent that to you saying I'm going to Berlin.
Yeah.
Give me the fever and free my soul. I wanna be free with the rock and roll and drift away. And just like that, it's just like a gif of Alex just packing his bags to go to to go to Berlin.
I want someone to make that. Please, someone make that.
And wait, what point was? Oh yeah,
Wait, what's the
let's
name of
not
the song
forget.
again?
Drifting away. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad listens to that song all the time. He has
It's
that
a
song
good
as
song.
his ringtone. It is. Also, I just want to also point out two words. Well, basically it's one word, but like two words put together: breastfeeding.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That's yeah, people can do that in public. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, they've now made stuff like inventions to hide the baby and like entirely hide it, but at first before you could just do it freely out in the open, nobody gave a fuck. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, she's breastfeeding her young child. We were all breastfed once.
not
That's
to
crazy.
mention-
Also,
Not to mention TikTok, where people are literally breastfeeding on there.
Not only that, that TikTok is like, you know, full of porn and sexual shit and everything at the same time.
Yeah.
Also,
this one
can
Tik-
we?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna bring up the fact. Let's not forget that breasts were basically invented just for feeding their kids, but people, but it's obviously treated as like a sexual thing. But that was what breasts were used for. Therefore, they're for
Yeah.
feeding their
Oh, yeah,
kids.
you jumped into that Q&A with God, right?
No,
Oh,
no, it's
no,
a fact. It's
oh
a
no,
fact.
oh no, women have breasts. It's totally not like every other female animal has nipples and breasts to feed other animals.
Yeah,
Or like
exactly.
they're young, I mean, not other animals. Fun
no.
fact, we are the only kind of animal that will drink another mammal's milk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we were just born. Moving on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
But that's just when I bring it up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, breasts are in fact private parts and are considered sexual to like pretty much everybody, but that's what it is. That's what they were used for.
Dude, a bucket of chicken can be looked at as sexual.
Man,
I know-
I'm gonna fuck that bucket of chicken.
Man, look at that sexy chicken right there. I'm not.
Man,
Man,
Yeah,
I
no,
could go
I'm not
for
gonna
a
do that.
3-piece of
I wonder
barbecue
I wonder
KFC.
why they call it finger looking good.
Alright, continuing. Anyways, so continue, please.
What is also there? Oh, right. Also, let's not forget that we have to while a lot of kids may not remember it, their diapers were in fact changed.
What?
I don't know. I don't get what that has to do with the topic
don't-
of sexual
yeah.
stuff.
I'm just
but...
saying. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna be honest. All the people that are against X-Men probably still get their diapers changed.
I don't know. I was just like trying to bring up the. I don't know where I was trying to go with that. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what I was trying to go with that. Just. And I was just talking about like baby stuff, and then I just like diaper change was brought up. But anyway,
honestly,
what else is
I
there?
think we've covered over almost everything, and we're only an hour 10 minutes in. I didn't want this to be like another 2-hour long podcast. Just
yeah, that's fine with me.
a shorter one to cover over everything faster, which we have mostly done.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna very quickly cover over the basics. One,
the TLDR.
the TLDR is basically don't make a don't make a podcast. Don't make a Google document about one person and then try to rope in his friends for their previous past of what they did as minors while they were DMing other minors, which is the most dumbest thing ever.
And don't just do it out of spite for them defending their friends.
Yeah, don't do it just because you're a little worthless piece of human garbage. Then next is don't accuse somebody without hearing both sides of the story. That's always the most important thing, is to listen to the both sides of the story, which is why we made the podcast, is for just quite literally to go over stupid kids of the internet and shit like that.
And to show our true selves and shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
We haven't done that yet.
Well, no, we technically have, but it's fine. Next episode we will. Because this will be our last episode on the drama. CF and I have done nothing wrong. X-Men has done nothing wrong.
I've done a few things wrong, but I'm not
Alex has done everything wrong with his life. Same with 11. And
shit! We didn't mention how 11 lost his YouTube channel.
He did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he lost his YouTube channel. Terminated.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I think you made too many groomer jokes.
Honestly, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I see that happening.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thanks, bro.
Is that all we got?
Yeah, I think.
And
just don't be a dickhead, but that's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, don't be a dickhead.
And don't start supporting somebody without seeing all the facts first, but that's just...
And always, if there's the facts, which is why we made this podcast, is to show all the facts, then, yeah, just listen to the facts. Never listen to only one side of the story. Listen to both sides of the story, even if there is quote-unquote proof, like how there is for X-Man situation, the quote-unquote proof, which is no proof at all. And same with the part of me and CF on it. There was no valid proof there. We did stuff as minors while talking to other minors, which is funny as fuck.
Also, can I just point out that they straight up lied about Rox's age?
Yeah, they said Rox was 12. He was not 12. That is the biggest lie.
That dude was not 12 at all.
He told me he was 14 in a VC when I used to be friends with him. I don't know what age he told to CF, and
I think he said he was 14.
So
I don't know who. I think he did say that he was 14. Also, I just want to point out that I was not the only one who sent porn to Rox. He sent porn to me as well.
Yeah. And also
real porn too.
Yeah. And hell,
yeah.
I literally got a screenshot of him sending sexual gifts, NSFW gifts, to Warrior. How old is Warrior? He just turned 13. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much we're not the only, so just because we sent Yeah, we're not trying to cancel Rox. I just wanted to point it out that fact that Rox did in fact send me porn because I was bringing Also, if Rox was uncomfortable with me sending that stuff,
He
he
would have
could
said
have
to
just said,
stop.
"Hey."
Yeah,
He
he
would have
literally
just
could have said
he
stop, and he never did to anybody ever. Not even to me.
yeah.
Not even Damon said stop when we used to do the NSFW shit. But then I stopped on my own because I was like, man, this shit lame. I don't care anymore. Then I stopped becoming friends with him. Then I became friends with X-Man, and then the rest is written in time.
Best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, if you're gonna
Cancel somebody.
can't try to cancel somebody because they sent porn to somebody
Don't take it
when
out
they
of
were reminded.
context. Just
Don't take it out of context, and please remember that there is a possibility that I was 17 when that stuff was sent. Rox was 14.
I thought you were
So
16. I'm gonna be honest, because it was in
wait,
2020. It was in like 2020.
You're 18 now, right?
no, I'm 19 now. I think wait, hold on. I was 19.
20.
It was the images were from 2020, so you would have been 16.
Oh yeah.
16
Oh,
slash
yeah.
17.
Not even that bad.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Either
So, yeah,
way,
pretty
still a
fine.
minor.
Yeah, I was still a minor, everybody. What's that?
Anyway.
Yeah, I was 16.
All right,
yeah.
that's it. We can stop, please.
Final piece of advice. Like and subscribe to the podcast. Go subscribe to our separate channels and have a good day.
Yeah, like and subscribe to the podcast. Check out CF. Check out the tweet of the document owner telling people to send memes of Alex about
We'll put that in
KYS
description.
memes.
We'll put my Twitter description and my Discord and all that.
Yeah,
And
you can
his
join
Twitch.
his Discord if you want. Join my Discord if you want. It doesn't matter. And that's it for this episode. We wanted to make it short. Hope you guys understand all the topics that we went over. And once again, X-Men did nothing wrong, and neither did we. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.
Also quit sending keep yourself safe memes to Alex. That's really
No one
not
did
cool.
that. Legit, no one did that. But
And don't send threats to anybody that was mentioned inside this episode. Never send
Yes,
threats, never attack anybody, never do any of that shit. We're just trying to make the word be spread over the internet. With that being said, we'll see you all next episode. Episode number 5 will be the next one. No duh.
good job.
Yippee!